Hello, Blue Golds and Golden Eagles. I hope you are doing well. It was so great to see some of you on our Zoom calls the last week or so. I hope to see more of you on our next Zoom call on Friday at 10 a.m. Bright and early. I will be there with my coffee. Miss Lynch will be there. It's going to be a great time. I just wanted to kind of pop in and show my face on Google Classroom and Class Dojo. And I also wanted to share something with you. I was doing my math work the other day, and I got so frustrated. Like I was doing it, and look at my hair. Like, it had to go up into a bun. It was just, I was ready to rip my hair out because some of the story problems we've been working on are so hard. And I was like, I don't want to do my math anymore. It's so hard. Oh, and I started crying. I had to get my water. It was like a whole thing. And I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to delete everything, exit out. I don't want my raffle tickets. I don't care about anything. And then Ellie popped up. Hey, Ellie, how are you? Ellie's doing great. You doing great? She said she misses you guys. I miss you too. I miss them too, Ellie. I do. Maybe you should come to our next Zoom class. You want to? Okay. All right. Okay. But what were you going to share with everybody? You had some really exciting news, and I was like, math. I don't want to do it. You were cubes? She said cubes. I don't know cubes. What is that? Cubes? Ellie, how is this going to help me with my math? I don't know what cubes is. Yes, problem solving can be hard. Mr. Man with the cubes. I don't know. If you can't make a mistake, you can't make anything. Oh my goodness, that's right. It's coming back. Miss Fernetti used to tell me that in class all the time. You can't make a mistake, you can't make anything. But still, cubes. I don't know what cubes is. Cubes. Ellie, you are so smart. Thank you so much. Remember, boys and girls, cubes was something that we were using in class to help us remember steps to take when we had a story problem. So our C, our first letter in cubes, means to circle our number in units. And that tells us, what do I already know? What is the math problem already telling me to start my problem? Our second letter is U. We need to underline the question because that's what we have to solve. If I don't know what the question is, I can't solve it. So we underline the question. Then we have our letter B, our third letter in cubes, B. We put a box around our action words. Remember, our action words tell us if we are going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So if I see something that means in all, I'm probably going to multiply or add. If I see something that says, how many does he have left? Subtract. Or if I see something in a word problem that says, they each got 7 markers, how many do they have in all? Each, ding, 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 box the word. That tells me to multiply. Our fourth letter in cubes is E, and that means to evaluate. So if I know my box word told me to multiply, I know my next step is to draw a tape diagram. Yeah, good job, Ellie. Great job. So we're going to draw a tape diagram if we need to multiply, and that is going to help set up our problem. And our fifth and final letter is to show our work. So you know that Miss Fornetti in class, she was like, show your work, show your work, show your work. I can't give you a check unless you show your work. I need to know what you're thinking, blah, blah, blah. We heard that so much. So we still have to show our work so that we can double check to make sure we did it right. So we're going to walk through and use this method. I'm going to walk through with a story problem with you right now. So here's our story problem. Our feature celebrity for today is Vermara. So Vermara walks 5 blocks from her house to the bus stop in the rain. She rode the bus 7 blocks to the library. Later, she came home the exact same way. So she walked 5 blocks. She rode a bus for 7 blocks. She went to the library, did her thing at the library. Then she got back on the bus, rode 7 blocks, and then she walked 5 more blocks back to her house. So, that's a lot. I don't know what to do. Luckily, I have cubes. My first letter, C, I need to circle the number and units. So I see 5 blocks and 7 blocks. Big red circle. Now, my next step tells me that I need to underline for you the question. How many blocks did Vermara travel in all? Okay, so I know she went 5, she went 7. I need to know how many blocks she walked in all. Okay, so that's going to help me narrow my thinking and help me set up my next step. I'm now going to box my action words. I see that word in all. In all. That brings me to my next step. What am I going to do? Should I add, subtract, multiply, or divide? How many blocks in all? Well, I know it's not going to be subtract because that doesn't make sense. In all, usually we're taking something away or talking about leftovers. We're not talking about leftovers, so I know it's not subtract. Divide. I didn't see any fair share in the problem. She wasn't sharing. Okay, so it's not divide. So it's either multiply or add. I didn't really hear the word each or equal or groups. So I think it has to be add. I was able to eliminate all of the other operations. So I'm going to go with add. I know that I have to add. So my next step is to show my work and check. So I know that she went 5 blocks and then she rode 7 blocks. That got her to the library. So here is my tape diagram for to the library. 5 plus 7 equals 12. Now, she had to get back home because her mom was like, Vermara, it's time for dinner. So she has to get back home. So she goes the same way back. So she goes 7 blocks and then she goes 5 more blocks. That's still 12. So now I have 2 sets of 12. So I know that I can now say 12 blocks and 12 blocks. That's going to give me that in all. 12 plus 12. 12 has a 10 and 12 has a 10. So 10 plus 10 is 20. Plus then I have 2 left over. That's 22 and another 2 left over. 22 plus 2 is 24. Does that make sense? Yes, because I had her going 12 one way, 12 the other way. 12 plus 12 is 24. And that all checks out. So boys and girls, when you are doing your math work, we are going to be doing a ton of story problems. But guess what? They don't have to be that hard. Because if we're using cubes and we're going through the 5-step process, the answer kind of just bing, pops up at us. And cubes is a great way for us to pick apart the problem so we know what's important and what's not. Because if you look, most of my problem right here is not highlighted. We didn't really care that she walked or rode the bus. We didn't really care that she went to the library. I mean, we care that Vermara, our friend, is reading her books and doing things like that. But for solving our math problem, she could have been eating ice cream for all we care. It doesn't really matter. So our cubes is something that helps us just differentiate what is important and what is not. Kind of like what is the main idea and what is a key detail. We want the main idea and all the little details that help us get to that main idea, which is our final answer. So I hope that was helpful for you. Come back to this video whenever you get stuck. It's a great reference for you to use. If I didn't have my best friend Ellie here, I probably wouldn't have any hair left on my head because I would have been so frustrated. So Ellie, thank you. Everyone say thanks, Ellie. Thanks, Ellie. Okay, but before we sign off, Ellie, we have to do a math joke. A math joke. I know they're really corny. They're super lame, but we all have to have a laugh. So here is our math joke. What is a math teacher's favorite season? Summer. Like a sum, like when you add the answer to your addition problem, is called the sum. So that's math, and summer is a season. It has the word sum in it. Ellie, that was a good one. All right, Ellie, time for us to sign off. So let's say bye, Blue Golds and Golden Eagles. We look forward to seeing you at our next Zoom lesson. Bye.